Another beautiful morning here in Washington. It's a little cold outside. Perfect time to get started on that little EJ coupe. And there she is, waiting over there in the corner. I do plan on getting this motor put back in my shed and getting that other K series in here for swapping out the black EK for the K series. But I'm a little too small to be carrying that to my shed and then grabbing the K series back by hand. So I'll figure something out with that. All right, I don't expect it to start up pretty well. Like I said, still on the base map, very rough file, just to get things going. Just as just about everybody in the industry knows, that's what a base map is for. It's not for driving around and street racing. It's just to get it up and running, potentially driving to a dyno shop or a tuner. We'll hook up the jump pack. I got a feeling it's going to crank a few times. And today we plan on getting it up on the lift and getting the motor mount sorted out and that CV half shaft. Oh, that battery's dying. Never been a fan of these style of connectors, never will be. It also does help if you put the nut on correctly. That is on backwards. A little standoff there on the shoulder makes it so that you can actually tighten the nut. They're both pretty loose. This one's tightened down as much as it can be, it looks like. Although it doesn't look like it's fully seated, so we're gonna reset that and continue on. All right, that's Mobetta. See that little shoulder down there? It's not a nylon locking nut, it's shoulder just so you can actually get a bite on it. Now we can actually tighten her down, get a secure connection on there. On to the next one. All right, now we got the devil's nest of jumper cables and all sorts of chaos. Let's give it another try. Well, it's time to open up the old laptop. Time to open up the software and let this thing load. Of course, I had to do an update as soon as I turned it on. All right, so we went ahead and made the adjustments to the post-start enrichment. Got the K all kind of set up where it should be. For your cold starts, trying to get that all set up right. You really want that wideband to be on the whole time. That way you can see it when you're cranking and when it first starts up. Because the way he's got it right now is it's set up for ignition. So as soon as I crank, we lose all ignition except for the ECU and the starter. And it kind of, we don't get to see the numbers until this is done heating up after it starts. So I got my my ECT corrections and my post-start enrichment all kind of dialed in now. So it should start a little bit better. And we got those battery terminals nice and tight. So didn't have to give it any throttle on that. Although without an idler control valve, you're gonna have to give it a little bit of throttle in the really cold weather. But you see what I mean? It just turned on. So that whole time of it running, I have no idea what the AFRs were. I know based on how low it was idling, it was probably running somewhere down in the lower half region of your post-start enrichment. So we're at 89 degrees Fahrenheit, so we know we're going to be somewhere in between here and here. This is what is going to be the additional fuel for when you first start it up, and as it runs over time, it will decay down to these numbers and then eventually fall off to 0%. So the first couple seconds, I can't see anything. As from a tuning perspective, you kind of want to see that, otherwise you're making educated guesses. All right, so now we got the cold start kind of figured out. Let's get this car up on the lift and get these engine mounts sorted out. First things first, let's get this little monstrosity all taken care of and out of the way. That's Mobetta. And don't tell the boss, but the mountains are blue. All right, now that we are impaired, let's try to get this car up on the racks with a tinted front windshield. You can't really see it, but this is actually quite tinted. Get all situated in here. Oh man, that clutch probably needs to be bled. It wants to lurch. got that far. We'll just push it the rest of the way if we need to get it lined up. Gotta give it the old shake, you know.